Well, hello world. Hello everybody. Now that I have my analytical cap back on, let's review. Some of you are familiar with the events of this morning and this and that. Now, be it known that not but a few days ago, those dogs crashed through my house yet again, you know. And a few days before that, you see them wandering. This is a chronic thing. Plus, over the years, well, I described the man in my videos. So let's move on. Now, number one is you're going to have these people around you, whether you like it or not, because you can't go, you know, I mean, come on. People thinking, oh my God, you better be careful what you say on Facebook, blah, 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 right? Like, why? I'm not going to deal with the guy. I'm not going to, you know. A bullet. I'm going to explain two things here. A bullet is the nuclear option. A bullet is used when you fear that person, place, or thing that would do you harm so much that you think in your mind, or you know, that you cannot vanquish or defend yourself against it unless you used the utmost in defense weaponry, a firearm. So the reason I wouldn't do that is that would give honor. You know, I would go I would go get my ass whooped. You know, I'm going to fight for my cause. I'll get my ass beat for my cause. Even, right, see what I'm saying? Win or lose. But as far as anything like that goes, you know, that's for war and for, you know, real deal wing-a-dinging. And that's the name of that too. If they're shooting at me, I shoot back. As far as fist fights go, win or lose, I don't care. My cause, I feel, is just. Now, that's that scenario. Okay, there it goes. I'm done. This is my problem now. This is a 3/4 male IP reducer to 1/2-inch PVC. IP means iron pipe, right? Now this is the reason no one watches my videos, but a select few, because they can't stand the reality. Now, the reality that you're looking at now is the fact that I have run out of things to get along and maintain my domicile and my lifestyle. I don't have one of these. Now imagine, okay, this took a period of over 10 years, something like that, right? With a real situation that is accelerated, because mine is in low gear. Shit hit the fan, right? And I'm reaching the end of where you would reach, say, in 3 years, accordingly. You would start running out of these things and this and that, right? No more hot water for me. I'm out. Now, what I'm facing now is what you're going to face. First of all, the saying, my kids just love it. With all that silly, ignorant, stupid stuff I put on the videos and all that, I, like a whore, must unpack my heart with words. Meaning how useless, right? What are you doing? What for? You're going to get nothing out of it. You won't get a thing. You won't find justice. You won't get anything. All you are is no part and out of water. You can bitch, piss, and moan all you want. It won't unbreak this. You're going to have to get used to some of the most things that you could face. No more. Right? Also, like I said, someone messing with you and you can't do a thing about it, you have to face that. Right? You just have to face it. You'll just have to look at it and go, you know, it's like getting your finger cut off. Go ahead. Right? You know, if you're tied down and shit, stuff. This is a real factor. Now, because I've been going through it for many years here, being treated like I've been treated in this lovely bird, dealing with the discrimination and the racial, the class, and the social discrimination that my family has suffered in Beatty, Nevada. Now, that's subtle. See, now we're going into scales like models, right? Big airplanes, little airplanes. In the scale of me having to deal with it several years, and I'm to this point, as opposed to you having to deal with it, say 3 years, to where you reach the point where I'm at today. Where I'm at today is I cannot sustain anymore. I can't do it. The part that tells the story. You saw the neighbor things that I was going through. This would be the group stresses that you would face in a group. You're going to have these people, right? I don't care if you like my trash or not. You can kiss my ass if my dog dust up your stuff. And you will have to take it. Or, now that we know these things occur, right? Start thinking about what you would do in this scenario, because it will come up. Everything I'm living in a slow burn will be a fast flash in a shit hits the fan situation, right? My 4 years, 6 years will be your 2 years. My 7, 8 will be your 5, 10 will be your 7, right? Okay? I've reached the end to where I have to sit and critically self-assess what I'm going to do with myself and my scenario here. Now, I never had the resources to bring myself up to par, and that's what you would have, because you would have minimal resources and you would be rationing them, right? So you would be living the scenario that I am living now, because you won't have the assets and resources to raise yourself up out of that baseline state. I can't do it. Everyone, well, if you want to know, I'll tell you my whole scenario. With stasis, because there can be no stasis, you either have to go up or down. Gradually, yes, but movement in a direction other than baseline state, you will travel. Now, should you use your resources quick to get out of that situation since you know it's coming, or kind of bide your time and maybe think that something else is going to pop up for you? That's not going to happen for me. It's already been shown. I appreciate all the help that I have received, like with my cookie recipe sales and with donations. I thank one and all that have done that. And I'm going to make a list. And I have something special for those people. You wait and see that. You're going to like it. Right? But since that was so dismally low, that reflects where you will be in a scenario of close to the end of what you have had stored and put back, and maintenance things, you know, that you have in general. You will be out of those. You will have to make the decision. Revamp everything to an earlier time, like pre-1860, or go elsewhere, find a larger community maybe, or some such, where there are facilities and or assets and resources that you can employ to keep your scenario alive. But if you have to do that, you might as well leave. Because if you couldn't obtain them where you're at with a modicum of effort, not supreme, then you shouldn't be there. The reason I have to stay here is I cannot leave. I don't have the funds. And you say, well, then why don't you move? I said, well, because I can maintain a baseline state, but now I've reached what's known as a bifurcation point, where I either have to mow this trailer and get something small or something. I have to do something. I'm out of stuff. I can't go get it. I can't burn a half a tank of gas in the green job to go get this. So, the reason people aren't, and I'm going to start trimming things. I'm going to go to Patreon and put it as a pledge thing, maybe, because YouTube, you know, first of all, there's too much casualty, as I call it, right? They say, oh, 10,000 friends. Oh, that's cool, but you only 30, 50 may watch you. I'd like to pare that down to where I get sincere folks that are in my corner. Because that's another thing that I had faced here. I got no support. No one had my back on this. My own children let me down. Right? They're all like, oh, can't you just this? Or why don't you just load it up? Why don't you take the dog down? I'm like, you're kidding me, right? You're not saying, well, that son of a bitch or that guy there or nothing. It's been like that all my life with them. Since I came back off of work. And there's another thing you got to consider. My glasses are almost broke. I hope I don't lose this pair. I lost the last pair. Shit. Dog bumped me in the... Yeah. Anyway, and here's another thing. If I didn't have these glasses, these are my first pair of glasses. My other glasses, the dang earpiece fell off. Of all the cheap crap, right? I can't get any more. These are it. So, you got to feel that, you know, yeah, trust people to a point. And when you're at this, it's, now here's the oddity of it. I'm in this scenario, but this scenario isn't part of anything else. There's still guys with monster trucks. We just had the race last week. Everything's going fine, except for me. Now, I got to commend, I do appreciate what I went through with the neighbors and their dogs, because that brought this on. This is a, you know, it's a valuable learning experience, and that's what brought me back from the brink. The reason I got angry, and what I'm going to tell you, is the frustration of all that time of beating your ass, and just, man, because what my ass beating was, I tried my best to be a good guy, a good neighbor, because yeah, I see these dirty, filthy looks from these people. And they go, oh, hey, yeah, hi. Right. They're not fooling me. Like I said in my other video, I can peg them. I can read them like a pamphlet. Right. You're going to have to deal with that. So I'm at the point now where I can't deal with that anymore. They're doing just fine. And I know now why. There's another thing you're going to have to deal with. Preferential treatment in the community. And I'm sitting here like this, doing the best I can, and then their lackadaisical effort breaks my pipe. So I flip, man. I'm up here at 5:30 in the morning looking out here, going, you're kidding me. And it's the second or third, they've done it before. And I've told him. Nothing. So that irritated me, and I lost my cool. Bad thing to do. Almost non sequitur. But after the years and the years and the years of the subjugative treatment that I had received in this community, my family also, wife, 5 kids. Now this is going to be put on you also. The people that are raiding you, that are doing this to you, conniving or sneaking or, you know, they're doing to your children, your family, your loved ones, right? So there's that scenario. I'm actually living the breakdown without a breakdown. And it's good training, but I'm tired of training. When am I going to put it to work? You know, if I get my land, that's looking bad, because that was bad. I'll never ask again. I'll never put myself out like that again, ever. I'll never do that. Just like I will never. Another thing I'll teach you, or tell you, don't not be a little bit of a fucking asshole, or you will never make it. You will not make it. I've tried to be amiable. I already explained that. So, lesson learned. I'm gonna have to do something because I've run out of hardware and stuff and everything, all this tubing, fittings. I've run out. I can't go on any longer with that. And I cannot go to the hardware store and just start throwing things in a basket like I would before. I cannot do that. And then I'm putting it on, it's like lipstick on a pig. Remember that one? Yeah, you know, that's why this house. I've been trying to move out of this house for, God, 15 years. Because it's just, it was a blessing at the time, and now it's an absolute, it's lived out. I won't dishonor the house because it did the best it could for me and my family. That's the spirit of it. That's another thing. If you're in a processed house or a built house from the pre-breakdown, you won't have long, 5-10 years before pipes, ceiling, roof, windows. Break a window would be calamity, right? So there it is. Yeah, I'm going to do different things. This really changed me. And it's my point in time of I'm 60 years old, so I'm going 0 to 60. I can only get faster from here. I'm just not going to do what I used to do. It got me here. You know, everybody's like, oh, it's so unique in the other place. No, it sucks. It really sucks bad. It's bad. Okay? That's what you're going to have to face. I'm at the very end of what would be your stuff deteriorating that you had saved before. And this is what happens when you're at that point in life, in the breakdown. There it is. By your wits, not by your worries. And your anger. Peace.